Hello guys, this is Pavel Oskarov from Laravel Daily Team and YouTube channel Laravel Business, and it's been a while since the last time I've shot video like this one from my car. For those of you who haven't seen any of those, from time to time I did some random thoughts about project management, Laravel, business side, web development, productivity, and all of that related. And today I want to talk about junior developers. I did a talk during Laracon EU in Amsterdam a few months ago, and I kind of want to summarize and add some of that in this video. So the problem is the quality of work for junior developers. So you hire a junior and you expect them to deliver, and they tend to fail to write not efficient code, to not be on time, on deadline, then ask a lot of questions, or on the contrary, don't ask questions. Basically, a lot of problems with them to for them to deliver the work. And I have one word for you that could potentially solve all those problems, and the word is over communicate. The problem, see, with juniors, it's not about the code itself. So they can code somewhat, maybe on some level. If they cannot code, then they are not even juniors. There is one more level before juniors. I call them pre-juniors or interns, or you call them students, or whatever is the word. So people who don't bring value to the company yet. They come on board for expecting company to invest in them so they would learn. So that is not junior yet. Junior is a person who can code, but slowly, buggy, inefficiently, but they can code. So that's step one. If you do have that person as a junior, then the next step is to basically the communication part. So see, with juniors, they come out from university, or I don't know, from the street, home school, whatever. They taught themselves how to code, but usually they don't have any experience in working with a team or with bigger production projects, and that thing you need to teach them. So basically, you need to communicate from managers, from all layers of management, actually, from senior developers, project managers, and company owners. Maybe it's the same person in your case, maybe it's only you. But generally, junior developers need to know such things. First thing is descriptions of the tasks, like clear descriptions, not just make this button work, or something like add a button which would do this and that. It should be clearly defined what should be the error message if there is an error, what should be the HTTP status code if there is an API, what should happen in case of success, so redirect to where, what should be the text. So the more you leave unclear things, for junior developers, they don't have experience, they kind of judge by themselves, but they usually judge quite oftenly wrong, or they do things their own way. Also with technical stuff, so if you are a technical lead, define the tasks with giving some hints. So for example, use this pattern for this part, follow this tutorial or this Laracast video how to do it. So give some hints. When you feel that person, that junior, doesn't have enough skills or have enough experience on that particular task. So before starting the task, make sure it's described in a detailed way. If you don't do that, you are at risk that junior would deliver not exactly in a wrong way, but their own way, which may be not the same vision as you had. Then in the middle of the task, in the middle of doing something, constantly ask them, how are you doing? It sounds pretty silly, right? But juniors tend to not ask questions, even if you tell them, like, if anything's unclear, just ask me, I'm there. Well, they're kind of afraid to ask, because that means they admit that they are weak, but they want to be strong, they want to give good impressions, so they're trying to Google everything and land on Stack Overflow, and then you know what happens then. So with that, constantly ask them if they are stuck, how are they doing, but in informal way, just to chat during, I don't know, coffee break or smoke break or whatever you have, or just passing by, like, how are you doing, what are you working on. Don't ask what are you struggling with. They don't want to admit they're struggling. They just ask how are they doing, show something, show the progress, and you would learn quite a lot of things that they usually are stuck, and you can help them easier. And then in the ending of every task, the testing phase is really important. So you need to provide feedback, communicate the feedback. Whatever they are doing wrong, they need to have, well, feedback, there's no other word, I guess. A feedback loop is really important. They need to know what is wrong, then they need to fix that, then another feedback loop again. You can do that in form of pull request reviews or code reviews or some pair programming maybe if you have time. But generally just don't close the Trello cards or whatever tasks. Give some feedback. There's always something to learn, something to improve. So that communication part is really important. Basically spend time on raising juniors, on raising their level, their skills. Otherwise, if you just give them tasks and then expect them to deliver, it's usually a failure situation. I've seen it time and time again, that people hire juniors for cheaper price and they expect them to code and to deliver, and they do code, but the final deliver result is just far from being ideal. So my message to you is over communicate with juniors on all levels, before the tasks, during the tasks, and after the tasks. Hope it was helpful, and see you guys in other videos on this YouTube channel.